Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate to you how difficult it is, almost impossible, to buy good, high quality, healthy bread in the United States. Now, I'm currently in the northeast part of the USA, and I'm in a parking lot, and I'm outside a very popular chain grocery store, which is known as one of the better, healthier, and supposedly stores with the biggest variety of products. And I'm going to show you just how tough it is to buy healthy bread. Now, most people out there consume bread. I will admit I'm not a big bread person myself, but I do buy bread, and I want high quality, healthy bread. I do not want trash added to the bread. Unfortunately, nowadays, bread is statistically one of the most heavily processed foods you can buy. It is not what it was a few decades ago, which poses a huge problem. Look no further than what's happened to bread if you want to know the reason for America's metabolic health catastrophe. What's happened with type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, other chronic diseases, inflammation. Look at what's happened to bread, because this is a staple food and has been for a long time. Even going back thousands of years, bread has religious connotations. It's mentioned in many world religions, including in the Bible, because it was considered to be pure. But what have we done nowadays under the influence of food corporations, those greedy corporations that will do anything to sell products and make them as addictive as possible, adding many chemicals to them? We have completely adulterated bread. And hopefully by now you know the gist of what is good healthy bread and what is not good healthy bread. You want bread with whole written in front of it, whatever it is, whole wheat, etc. And you also want bread with the least added ingredients. You want it unrefined. When I'm shopping for bread, there's certain things I want and don't want. I do not want added sugars, and I do not want added seed oils, also known as vegetable oils, which is a marketing ploy. Vegetable oils are not from vegetables, they are from seeds. I also want to avoid other preservatives, additives, and chemicals. I will show you now how difficult it is in this store to buy healthy bread, and I'll show you what bread I go for in the end. Let's go shopping. So here we go, walking across the parking lot. It looks nice, blue sky, sunny, but it's still absolutely freezing here. Supposed to be spring, by the way. So here we are in the store now. Let's go over to the bread section. Look at all of this bread here. Let's look first at some honey wheat bread here. So here we go. You can see right there soybean oil added along with everything else, all these other ingredients. And you can see sugars added there. 3 grams added sugars to each serving. And here's some white bread over here. And again, you can see the same thing, soybean oil and the added sugars over there. And you'll think that the whole wheat bread might be a little bit better here. Let's take a look. So you can see here again, soybean oil. And then again, 3 grams added sugar. Let's go now to the organic bread. Supposedly this is supposed to be healthier, right? Organic bread. And you've got this brand here marketing supposedly as a better version of the bread, organic. And you can see a whole host of ingredients here. Fortunately no seed oils, but look at this. 5 grams added sugars right there, supposedly on the healthier bread. And you would think on the surface that this one might be better. It sounds good, organic, sprouted, multi-grain. So again, a whole host of ingredients here. But look, you can see this one does have canola oil in it. And again, 3 grams of added sugars. It's got a whole host of other things, guar gum, all sorts of additives. How about here? We have some honey wheat bread here. This is another brand. And let's take a look here at their ingredients. Wow, look at this. All sorts of ingredients, but you can see their soybean oil has been added. Another one here, this is the Italian bread. Let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, lots of different things here. But you can see vegetable oil again, soybean oil added. This one is lower in sugar, but yeah, look at that list of ingredients. And look at this one here, healthy multigrain. Well, you'll think that one sounds good. Let's take a look at the ingredient label. Again, a whole host of ingredients here, but you can see vegetable oil, soybean oil listed here, supposedly in the healthy bread, according to the label. And let's take a look here. This one's got 4 grams added sugars per serving. What about this one here? Farmhouse butter bread. Let's take a look. Well, this one doesn't have seed oil in it, which at least is something. But you can see 4 grams added sugars there. And as with all breads, a fair dose of carbohydrates. And what about this one here? This is marketed as 100% whole wheat. Let's take a look. And again, you can see they put soybean oil in it. This is all getting quite depressing here. Cannot find what I want. Let's see if there's any more breads I can look at. Here's another one, 100% whole potato bread. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, these ingredients here. Cane sugar syrup, sunflower oil. Wow, look at this. Why all these ingredients in simple bread? And what about some white sourdough bread? Well, this one has less sugar in it, but it's got a few ingredients that I don't want here. Again, canola oil listed there. I think I'm done now with the bread. Why don't we look at some rolls or some buns? Well, here are some burger rolls and hot dog rolls here. Let's take a look. Well, look at this here. Soybean oil, malted barley syrup. Doesn't sound too good. And same thing with the hot dog rolls. What about these burger buns that say whole wheat on them? Again, look at this. They've used soybean oil and all these other ingredients here. Cornstarch. And how about some naan bread? I think I'm in the mood for some Indian. Well, here are some naan breads here. Let's take a look. This is the garlic naan. Let's look at the ingredients. And you can see there, soybean and or canola oil. Cornstarch. And what about this here, this pita bread? Let's take a look. And even this here, oh my goodness, soybean oil, rice syrup, all these other ingredients added to it. And the whole wheat pita bread here, look at this, the same thing here with the whole wheat pita bread. Can't get anything without these seed oils and all these added ingredients. And let's take a look here at the flatbread. The packet is suggesting it's healthy. Look at this, low fat, good source of fiber. Let's look at the ingredients. Wow, this ingredient list is almost a novel here. Look at everything here. Cornstarch, soybean oil again, plant-based L-cysteine. So basically I'd given up. I didn't find anything I wanted in the bread section, anything that is without seed oils, other inflammatory ingredients that I don't want added. Can you believe in that whole section I didn't find any bread, any wraps, anything there that I would want that doesn't have those ingredients in it. So I've moved over to a different section of the store. So here we have it in the frozen section. I'm going to buy something. I'm really happy. I just found something to buy. I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay, I'm back in the car now. Let me show you what I bought in the end. This is currently my favorite bread in the United States. So here it is, Ezekiel bread. And I also bought some English muffins. Let me show you what's on the ingredients. So this is the Ezekiel bread. Let's take a look here at the ingredients. And it was in the frozen section, remember? Probably because it will go bad because it's not full of other chemicals. So they do freeze it here. But look at this. All organic, no sign of any seed oils. It does list organic sprouted soybeans, but no seed oil per se. It's not in an oil form. Everything to me looks reasonably good. And it hasn't got a list of other chemicals and preservatives. And look at this, 0 grams added sugars. And let's take a look now at the English muffins. So here we go. Same thing, no added seed oils. And again, 0 grams added sugars. That's what I'm looking for. So there we go then. Ezekiel bread, currently my favorite bread in the United States. The only bread that I buy. When I buy bread, I do not want other trashy pro-inflammatory ingredients added to the bread. I want the bread to be as pure as possible. And the main things I look out for are those seed oils and added sugars. I do not want them in my bread. But of course, there's lots of other chemicals that are routinely added to bread. And as a side note, Ezekiel bread is not sponsoring this video. But hey, if anybody from Ezekiel bread is watching, feel free to reach out to me because I do think your product is awesome and one of the best currently available that I've seen. And if anybody else out there knows any good pure breads aside from making it at home, obviously, which most people can't practically do, but if anybody knows any other good brands, feel free to comment down below because it's very important that people know these things. Bread today, as I said, is not what it was a few decades ago. The food corporations, the greedy food corporations, have a lot to answer for. And if you want to know one of the main reasons for America's metabolic health catastrophe right now, with so many chronic diseases and obesity, look no further than what's happened to bread. Very sad indeed. most people are completely stuck and it's difficult to make good choices. Ezekiel bread, of course, is a little bit more on the expensive side, but I consider it well worth it. I do not want bread with inflammatory ingredients added to it. Unfortunately, the establishment doesn't really care for the health and well-being of its citizens, so it's on all of us to make the right decisions for ourselves and our families. Thanks everyone for watching. Feel free to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Check out my Health Academy and my free newsletters. Those links are down below. Hit the like button if you like this video and the bell button for more similar videos in the future. That really helps with the algorithm and getting these videos shared as widely as possible. We will speak again very soon.